Hello. Thank you for joining me on the demo for named entity annotated multilingual corpus over TED transcripts. It's a named entity annotation for multilingual TED parallel corpus with a collection of transcripts from TED videos including TEDx Talks and TED Education. The transcripts are across all the genres and in 3 different languages including English, Korean, and Chinese. For automatic named entity extraction, we applied an English and Chinese model from Spacy, and with the help of Amazon Mechanical Turk, we were able to improve the quality of our annotation. Now the question is why? Why do we need a named entity annotated corpora? So named entity annotated corpora is crucial and required for building named entity recognition system to conduct a variety of natural language processing application tasks, like picking entities from electronic medical records or generalizing a speech translation model, which generally requires a large, diverse, and easily extensible multilingual corpora. So there were a lot of challenges that were involved while building this project. So in order to make a parallel corpus, we need to collect the aligned transcript across multiple languages, pre-processing for extracting named entities, especially English and Chinese. Lastly, we need to align the named entities over multiple language transcripts in order to get a named entity annotated parallel corpus. So we can start by looking at the application. We first have a search bar in which we can input a keyword, entity, and a label. Then we need to select a mode, whether we are doing a search by keyword, entity, and label, and this should align with what we are inputting here. Then we have an option to select the language. If we want to select all the 3 languages, we'll select English, Korean, Chinese. If we want to select a combination of English, Korean, English, Chinese, or if we want to select just English. So let's start by taking an example of search by keyword across all the 3 different languages. Let's take an example of, say, Apple. When we hit submit, we see that the table has been populated with a TED Talk title, a particular paragraph in 3 different languages, English, Korean, Chinese, and the entities that are associated with the paragraph. So you'll see that all this has been listed down in a particular table. Similar way, we can select different languages like English, Korean, English, Chinese, or just the English. You would have seen that this particular option gets enabled as soon as we hit submit. So this is nothing but if we want to see a particular paragraph in a displacey rendered view. So we can select the index for that particular paragraph, say 0, and the rendered language as English. So it will give me the displacey rendered view of that particular paragraph. So you'll see that all these named entities have been highlighted in that paragraph. Similar way, we can do it for Chinese. So these are the named entities which have been found by the Chinese Spacy model. And then we can follow the same process for finding an entity. Now say entity, we want to search, say, iPhone. And then we select the language as English as it is just available in English. So we'll search an entity iPhone in all the text across the TED Talks that we have it in a corpora. So you'll see that the entity has been selected as the iPhone across all the titles, across all the labels, and across the text. And this text is nothing but the context to the entity that we have selected. Similar way, we can do it for, say, search by label. And labels in Spacy are nothing but the person, organization, work of art, location, etc. So let's say person as the label. And then we select search by label and we select language as English. So you'll see that it will search by label for that and will select all the entities that are associated with that particular label across all the title and the context for that particular entity which has that label. Similarly, we can do an organization. So you'll see that all the entities have been highlighted which have been labeled as organization, and then title which contain those entities and the labels, and the text around that particular entity. And then this is all about the working of this particular application. Then we have this about page will basically give you an overview of what this project is about. Why would we actually need to do this, and what was the reason and what was the challenges that we faced. And then we have different team members. My name is Gurpreet. I have my team member as Jin, Yadong, and Ladan, and our mentor as Jangyal Park. Then we have this how to use tab in which we basically have listed down the steps that we need to follow, numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can follow this, in which we have all the possible labels that you can use as a part of your search. You can select any entity as you can think of and see what it results, and also you can do for the keyword. Then we have a data visualization tab, which basically talks about the words that we have, the tokens that we have it in our corpus. So you'll see all the words that have been highlighted here. And then we have a token character ratio for English, Korean, and Chinese. You'll see that how the number of characters are aligned and with respect to the token. And you'll see that we don't have any token for Chinese language because it's a character-based language. Thank you for watching this. Hope you would have enjoyed, and I hope that you probably use this tool and let us know your feedback. Thank you so much.